thank you to a Boston TV icon, our own Jack Williams, stepping away from the anchor desk.
Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News at 6 starts right now.
We begin with breaking news. The suspected marathon bomber is ramping up his fight to move the trial, both the place and the time. Good evening. I'm Paula Eben.
I'm Jack Williams. The defense is asking to move the trial date back by 1 year until next September.
Tonight marks a real turning point in the history of WBZ. Our friend and colleague Jack Williams is leaving the anchor desk after 39 years. He's not going away. You'll see him help us out occasionally by filling in and, of course, by continuing to bring us Wednesday's Child. For more than a decade, Lisa Hughes has anchored with Jack. She spoke with him about what WBZ and all of Boston means to him.
In the last 40 years, you could have gone anywhere. What was it about Boston that had such a pull?
New England is it's just it's a special place. People care about news here. They watch news here.
What have been some of the biggest stories you've covered here?
Scope of the cleanup.
The blizzard of '78 will always stand up in my mind. I slept in my office right over there and had the same coat, tie, everything on the whole week. And to this day, if you look in my office, you'll see a new shirt, new tie, some new information we found just moments ago. I was very proud of our coverage of the marathon bombing. I'm glad to see us get a Columbia and a DuPont. I thought our people were fabulous. Another one of my favorite stories I did actually 2 different times with extended reporting was the 40th and 50th anniversary of D-Day, broadcasting from the beaches of Normandy. I mean, that was great.
Jack Williams on his weekly segment, Wednesday's Child.
And with Wednesday's Child, it was, other than marrying Marcy, the best idea I've ever had.
What's the most fulfilling aspect of that for you? Because I know it's a ton of work, too.
And Marcy and I have devoted a lot of hours, but it's been our pleasure, and it brings great joy. Child abuse to me was going to bed without dessert. I had no idea. People often ask, I mean, did you have a tough childhood? No, I was spoiled rotten. My parents loved me. My sisters loved me. I often said that's why I became an anchor man. I mean, who wouldn't watch me, you know?
What does semi-retirement look like for Jack Williams?
I have no idea. It's, I got my first radio job in 1959, 55 years ago. I was only 15. My voice had changed.
You had that voice at 15?
People used to come into the station where I was working, and they'd say, we want to meet Mr. Williams. I go, he's in the restroom. Because here's a skinny kid in front of a microphone, you know.
If someone said, enduring memories of WBZ.
It's an unusual bunch of people who are attracted to broadcasting, and I found this out early, and I loved it. I mean, they're fun. This has really been my family.
When you look back on your time and what Boston has meant to you, what would you hope your legacy would be here?
Well, I hope that people would consider me a friend, and that I tried. You know, I mean, I care about this region.
Jack, you've had an incredible career.
And it's gone by like that. It really has. I can't believe it. Marcy, I'm coming home. You won't be able to get rid of me. Oh, yeah.
Loved from beginning to end.
Oh, it's great. And I'll have some final thoughts at the end of this show if I can pull my act together.
Oh, you always will, as you always do.
Thanks, Jack, and good luck.
Jack, you're the top.
So loved watching you all these years. You love being the anchor man, and I love that you anchored us all those years. I wish you every good thing.
Please stay with us. A final word from Jack when we return.
He is the quintessential Boston journalist.
When I think of Jack, I think of class, and I think of generosity.
He means Boston TV to a couple of generations of people.
Everybody trusts Jack.
Jack is one of the funniest men I know.
Here's a straight look at the news.
When people think of Jack, first they think of The Voice.
Working journalist.
And he did so much for children.
Helping people and changing people's lives.
He's a guy with an enormous heart. What you see in Wednesday's Child is the essence of Jack.
How many lives has he touched through that? How many lives has he made better through Wednesday's Child?
And I'm so glad we're still going to have that on WBZ. So, Jack, we're not saying goodbye,
Jack, I knew you would never leave Channel 4.
but we are saying thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
You've been a friend. You've been an inspiration.
I have been so lucky working with you, and I've loved every minute of it. You're the best.
Well, finally tonight, I must tell you that I am overwhelmed by all of this. I didn't really expect it. All of these accolades, all these wonderful emails and comments from viewers, and I want you to know I've read them all, and they've deeply touched me. Comments from my colleagues and friends. It is something. A journey that started almost exactly 39 years ago when I moved on to the 6 and 11 o'clock news comes to an end tonight, but I'll still be here for Wednesday's Child. I'll still be around the station. But most importantly, I wanted to thank you, the viewers in New England who have been so darn good to me and my family, and to Marcy. Thank you. It means a lot to me. You've embraced us, you've embraced Wednesday's Child, and it has been very special. It's been fun. And you know what? Fun isn't over yet. I'm not dead yet.
Far from it. Jack, thank you on behalf of all of your colleagues here at WBZ and on behalf of New England for all that you've done.
Good night, everybody. Keep watching this great station.
We'll see you at 11.